Whoa, hello. I was hoping I wouldn't need the glasses, but I've set you back far enough that I think I do. So I'm gonna go look. Oh yeah, John Euler. Hello. I haven't seen you in forever. And Jay. Hello, hello. I have a new adventure coming up. Shoot, I forgot to put Palmetto. You all know Palmetto Cats. I was gonna put his link in the description and I forgot. Tom, hello, hello, LG Bass. Got some awesome stickers. I'm super jealous. I haven't received any stickers in a long time, and I myself do not have any stickers to give out, so unfortunately, I still haven't done that. But what I did do recently, as I mentioned, Palmetto Cats is doing an island camp. It's not his first time he's done that. Boat people out to the island to go camping in October and fishing. And it's good for a couple of days. And I think a few people from around the area are going to attend. So I'm super stoked. And I actually got a tent. This is the reason I'm here today. One, I thought it would be quiet and private. Um, I do have good signal usually. And, I have a place that I can actually set up my brand new tent if I can. So I don't know. I'm pretty excited about it. Um, I did get this as a four-person because I wanted to have room in the tent for myself or for my things. And this is actually it's a Coleman. You can probably see that on there. And it does say that it is a darkroom technology which holds out a lot of the sun. So hopefully it'll stay cool. And but I thought maybe I'd try to set this up today because I'm bored. And y'all know I suck at fishing. I've tried that. So I thought maybe I'd have like I said, a quiet spot that I could just come and sit and do this. So can you guys hear me okay? I don't know how much, I don't know if I didn't charge my Bluetooth. So a lot of people do ask what Bluetooth we're using. I put that link in my description. I hope that link works. My Wondershade, my Wonderbrella, I call it. So I'll show you that as well. But I think a lot of you have seen that too. So Snake River in the house. Hello, hello. Can hear you perfect. I love it. Yeah, so I can't believe I actually have a shady spot. So I'm also excited about that. So in my thumbnail, what Troy, I haven't seen you in forever either. I don't think. Geez, maybe it's just because I haven't been on a lot. Um, but what I want, I'll show you some of the things that I got. I know this isn't a fishing video yet. I am in my fishing spot. But I did not bring my catfishing poles. So today is just about kind of going through some of the gear. Um, some of you know, some of you don't, but I spent a lot of time up in the White Mountains in New Hampshire, and that's where I did a lot of backpacking. So backpacking, you're not carrying something like this. Backpacking, you're trying to go light because you're carrying it up over 5,000 feet in elevation up to the top of the mountain, and I spent 3 days up there at a time. It's phenomenal. I miss it so much. So this is a little different. This is car camping, and I can go as heavy or as light as I want from what I understand because Palmetto has the space on the boat. He'll pick you up. He'll bring you over to the island, and we're going to set up an Explorer Palace, I think, possibly. I wanted the purple. I did want the purple tent. It did not happen. So, uh, yeah, and NJ, they just sit on the hook out there. So what I did in my thumbnail, I just thought I'd be cute. And Kevin and his wife Anna, again, Palmetto Cats, they have what Anna had come up with a creative name for the potty house, and she calls it the Pea Palace. Kind of a funny story because Kevin's mentioned this to me for several months. Because if you know where I am, I have no problem peeing outside in the woods, but it's hard sometimes to find a private spot to squat. But I will pop a squat. I have no problem. So, but you can't always do that where you are. So she has a portable tent, and she calls it the Pea Palace. And so I started the process. I have not yet gotten my Pea Palace, but I will. I've got the link to go buy one. Um, you guys are busting each other's palms. You're so funny. So I started this, and this is what I used on my thumbnail. This is the Luggo Baloo. Dun, 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 dun. It does have a fancy handle. And the toilet seat, this actually came together like this. So it has not been used, so I'm not showing you anything nasty. You can get bags, of course, for these. So you put this inside your little privacy tent, your Pea Palace, and you do your thing. But obviously, if you're gonna do your dues, then you're gonna put a bag in here. And then, as Palmetto says, if you're gonna do that, you also need to dig your own hole to bury your poop. 16 fabulous people in the house. I appreciate you all so much for popping in with me. I was so bored today. I'm like, you know what? I think I'll just try to pop up my tent. Um, Let me see what you guys. So you guys are having conversations about fishing. See, this is great. It doesn't matter. I can do a live stream about anything, and you guys are going to talk about fishing because it's a fishing community. This camping trip does involve fishing. Medic, hello. Thank you so much for coming back in. Anthony, nice. I appreciate it. Um, So this particular trip, well, obviously, like I said, I'm excited about it. It's in October. I've taken some days off to do this. So I'm in the process of gathering my gear, going through the gear I had. I actually came to find that I don't have a lot of the stuff I used to. And probably a lot of the stuff I had, again, was more for the backpacking. So this is going to be a fun kind of like car camping, but it's road camping. It's not like you have electricity, water, or a nice place to take a dump. So you're on your own. Oh gosh. Oh, look at these guys flexing their little fish. Aw. All fish lives matter. P&P, hello, Paul Boyd. I appreciate you coming in so much. So one of the things that I went through when I went up, so of course, I have the portable loo. Do, 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 doos. And of course, my famous purple Park My Butt chair, which I love, by the way, because it has this little cooler pocket, and I can drop all kinds of stuff in there. And when I'm fishing, it could be my phone, my cigarettes, whatever. I pop that in there. And then, of course, and I have my New England. I'm from New England, New Hampshire. So I have my iced coffee koozie, which I think I don't know how that's gonna work on this trip, me getting my coffee. I mean, I have instant coffee. I make my own iced coffee. It's the ice that's gonna be a problem. So that might be my next big purchase, is trying to get a good cooler so that I can have some ice to make my iced coffees. But that sits right there. That's where that's going. So again, this is my project. If you guys want to hang around and kind of get a good chuckle out of me trying to put up my tent, that's what I'm going to try to do. One of my favorite pieces of gear that I still have, and I've been chastised about it before. This is very old. This thing has been beat up from the feet up. So, but this is my tailgating table. And I'm actually going to just set this up right now so that I can use it. I don't have, like I said, I don't have a lot of the stuff I used to have. So I really can't believe I need the glasses. I am sitting back a little bit, so, but it seems like even in the shade, I'm obviously having eye issues. So this comes in this, a nice little bag that you can throw over your shoulder. I am not fishing today, Rick. I'm sorry. I'm actually going on a new adventure, camping on an island, and there will be fishing on the island. So I'm just kind of going through my gear today. And I did go fishing last night. I was not the one that caught the fish, as usual. So, um, but no, today I'm not fishing. And even if I was, I probably wouldn't be catching. So I'm just kind of hanging out, going through the gear, and I'm going to attempt to put up a tent. It will be my first time, but I wanted to show you this little table. I love this thing. So it comes with the poles. This thing, and you can tell it's been beat up. I've used this thing to death, but it just kind of expands out. Ooh, I expanded right into your face. And I'm just going to back up a little bit more. You guys can talk about your fishing for sure. And I'm going to pull this out. And even in the shade, it is hot. It has been so hot. I don't know how everybody else is feeling about the heat lately, but. So this thing just actually accordion style, and it does open up. And like I said, this thing has been beat up from the feet up. And these little things actually just pop on. And that's how you know if you've actually expanded your table out enough, is because it will fit, or it should fit. I didn't use this table. I started out, when I was fishing, I started out using this table. I put my bait and all my stuff on it, because it really doesn't take that long to set it up. But I think I'm going to be camping on this island in style. So I'm going to make the most of it. I've taken the time off, and I'm going to have fun doing it. That's all I know. And so this now lays across the top of this table frame, and then it hooks into the little end pieces. Oh, it's pretty high. Look at that. And you can secure it in. Well, I guess, pardon me, excuse me. I'm just going to pop this in on this side, pop this in on this side, and voila. Actually, when I went to go visit Michelle and Tom, we used this table. We actually had a very nice dinner on this table down by the famous dock. So that was a good time. I really enjoyed that. And I'm planning to make another trip. Moonlight, thank you so much for coming in. So I am planning to hopefully take another trip down there to see them, and perhaps I'll go with my new tent. That's the whole purpose, is to see if I can put this tent up. So we got the table up, but that's what I'm going to do. I have this tent, and I want to try to set this up today and see how it goes. I mean, it's a tent. It shouldn't be too complicated, but I am Laura the Explorer. You guys all know how I can be. Sandy Toes, I've been loving your photos. You all know already about my keep saying Wonderbrella. It's a Wondershade. Some people have been, actually I dropped this link, and it has been, this has been a lifesaver for me. So you can see the little umbrella on the picture. So you guys have seen me use this. I am fair skinned, so I have problems being out in the sun, and this thing, even fishing, has been a lifesaver. So, and it comes in different colors. Obviously, you don't have to get the purple. But, you know, again, this is something you sling over your shoulder. It's very portable, fits in my SUV. I have it with me all the time. So I've used it to protect my phone from the sun. I've used it to protect myself from the sun, and sometimes the rain, as long as the 100-mile-an-hour winds don't come. The link for that is also in the description. You guys have all seen that, so some of this stuff I haven't been through. One of my other favorite pieces of equipment, I don't care. I've used this thing in a canoe to make coffee. This is my Jetboil. My first husband and I like I said, we did a lot of backpacking, and we actually won. I took a photo of us and our family, and we were on one of the tent platforms on the top of one of the high peaks in the White Mountains, and we were using the Jetboils. And Jetboil, actually, my husband had submitted the photo to Jetboil, and we won a brand new Jetboil. But I recently have, and I found that with my water filter too. I had upgraded my water filter system, which I now have this MSR, but I had upgraded it to the Katahdin. And I actually recently sent some stuff to my first husband. I sent the nicer water filter because he's the one that always uses. I never actually have used these, but he's the one that always used them. So I actually packed up some stuff and sent it to him. He is now down in Arizona, and I don't think he does a lot of this anymore, but I don't even know if I have all the pieces for this thing. Certainly don't have instructions, but the Katahdin was really nice. And again, I didn't find it in my gear, so I think I probably sent it back because that's the kind of person I am. And the brand new Jetboil, I think I also I don't know if he got the new one. I can't be certain. But this is fairly old, the Jetboil system. But pretty much, and I actually have this super huge, which could be dangerous having it in my car. But you put this all together, you put it on there, and it does come with a fry pan. It comes with a pot if you want. So you can, I'm sorry. This thing will boil water in like 1 minute flat. And it's really awesome. So this will definitely go with me. I have all the pieces and parts in here, and this will definitely go because I have to have my coffee in the morning. So if I can't have iced coffee, I'm definitely going to have a hot coffee. So there's that. These bags, I did some winter hiking also. So a lot of times, and these bags, I don't care, again, whether you're going fishing, hiking, camping, kayaking, which is what I use these for. These are waterproof bags, and you can put all your stuff in here, and you just kind of roll it up and seal it up so the water doesn't get in there, and it protects all your gear. It's just also handy just to put stuff in, which I have done, I think here. This is not there's a bunch of stuff. I haven't used my sleeping bag in forever. My sleeping bag's a little too hefty for the weather down here. So that should be interesting. But I've used one of those bags just to kind of stuff my sleeping bag into. So, but this sleeping bag, I'm not going to pull it all the way out of here, but it's down, and it really is meant for the cold temperatures. This is a 20, so it goes down to 20 degrees. So I don't think we're going to experience that kind of weather here anytime soon. But it's there, and I do have that. On this particular camping trip, I'm not sure. I think I'm going to... Kimalina, hello. Thank you so much for popping in. I think everybody's just having conversation while I'm sharing. So I am not fishing today, but we're having fishing conversations, though. Your fishing buddy has one of these tables. Yeah, they're super handy. Absolutely handy. And yeah, I've used it. I've used this to actually cut bait on. Which is terrible because I also use it to, on if you're on the side of the riverbank and you want to have your lunch or whatever, and it's just a quick, easy thing just to make things a little more comfortable. But um, yeah, I've really enjoyed this table, and I've seen newer versions of these, so but this one's really old, fairly old. Um, I don't know what I don't think I'm gonna need a water filter on my trip, and I'm kind of hoping so because I honestly, like I said, I'd have to practice this at home in the tub or something to see what happens. But uh, J&J, hello, thank you very much for coming in. And I'm just going through gear today. Nothing extraordinary. I'm just having fun, kind of unpacking my stuff. I'm looking to possibly put this tent up, which should be interesting. Uh, LG says we ate. It's all mine. Steak dinner. Yeah, I think wasn't it prime rib on this table, on the dock. That's exactly what I said. Yeah. So I had I have I think it's a 10 by 10 canopy, also purple. And I think we had the canopy up down there. So it did kind of, we were off the dock, obviously, but it did provide some shade, and we had this up, and of course we had our chairs, and I thought it was quite nice. Um, a sport umbrella. Yeah, you got to take the umbrellas, take the shade, absolutely. Um, I mean, I just take it because if I need it, great. If I don't, then at least I have it. If I have it and don't need it, that's awesome. So again, I have a lot of these little bags. These are not the waterproof bags. But when you're hiking and stuff, and a lot of times, like with backpacking, you're not bringing a pillow, you're not bringing all that. So you would take your clothes at night or whatever, you can stuff them in the bag and you use it as a pillow. Um, Kind of what I did. So, um, and then I have my Primaloft. I have not my sleeping pads, and this is again, I was backpacking, so it's just a lighter version sleeping pad, um, and I actually have two of these in here, so probably one's my ex-husband's, but the Primaloft, these are really awesome. You do have to blow them up. They're not a pump up sort of thing. Um, but I don't know that I'm going to do this. I think on this particular trip, I'm probably going to want the actual um, blow up mattress type of thing. So I think that's how I'm going to roll on that. And then funny for me, because what I found with these, and I used to put a thicker pad underneath because, again, I was in the cold a lot. So I would put a thicker foam pad on the bottom, and then I'd lay this. But this gets slippery. So they actually make these sheets. And it, again, another small thing, fits in your pack. It's amazing. It's just amazing. And talk about spending money. Good golly, there's a lot of money spent. Again, I don't have a lot of the gear for all this. But this is actually, this goes over your, it's just a strap-on sheet. And this goes over the sleeping pad. And it's really nice. And what it just keeps you from sliding across the pad. But again, probably not going to be something I use on this trip. I haven't decided. So we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. Um, One of the funniest things, oh, I actually did come across a camera, which I could use while I'm fishing. Um, Up in those higher altitudes, the phones wouldn't work. You wouldn't either, the cold would shut your phone right down completely, or again, with the heat or whatever. So back in the day, I got myself, and this thing is also beat up. This has been on so many trips. This is an Olympus camera. I don't even know if I have the right cords for this, but this thing is for high altitudes, and it is also waterproof, I think, to like 30 feet. So I could do some underwater filming, and I don't know. I'll have to pop this back open. I got to figure out how it even functions anymore. But yeah, this I used to use it camping up on the high mountains all the time. And cripes, the memory card, if there's still one in here, it probably has. Oh yeah, there is. Oh, it's a rechargeable battery. So I'll have to find that piece that goes with that. But there's a memory card in there. There could be some fun times there. I think I've actually been through some of the photos on here already. So, um, but good stuff there. Pretty much. Oh, I found that little piece. This chair, that's a laugh. This chair, I call it the drunk chair. And oh my gosh, I should try to sit in this thing. So I'm gonna move some of this stuff over and get back up again. I could give you guys a good laugh for sure. I don't even know. If I get down in there, I probably won't be able to get back up. Want to make sure I don't get a visitor from a snake too. So I'm sorry if I am missing any questions or anything. I am sitting pretty far back, so um, just so I can kind of show you some of the stuff. But this was a portable camp chair, very light. Oh my gosh, and the pieces. And this thing is so bizarre. Um, oh, but when you're backpacking and after hiking all the way up to the top of these like 5,000 plus mountains or whatever, you get exhausted and you want to be comfortable when you go to your tent site. So this actually has color coded ends and this little piece, so it just goes orange into the orange corner. I remember actually how this all goes. Orange into the orange corner, and it fits real tight. But this is not a four-legged chair. This is why I call it my drunk chair. You have to be fairly coordinated to sit in this thing. I am sweltering already. I'm just going to go in there. But this is the most, it's called the Elite chair, butterfly chair. This is actually the most comfortable chair. There's a rock in there. Whoop. Could have been a New Hampshire rock. But this is it. And so you got to balance yourself, which I'm going to try to do right now. I got 22 people watching me do this, so. And this might actually be something fun to bring. Not that we'll be drunk on Palmetto Island, but all right, I could fall over here. So typically what I would always do is put it on my bum first. Let's see if I can do this. Ooh, I did it. Yes. Of course, you have to have stable ground too, because, if you're in the sand or whatever, and you can rock it. I am rocking. I can't believe I got myself down here. I don't know that I'll get myself back up. But yeah, you're teetering on the two legs, and of course you're using your own legs for the front. But yeah, I call this a drunk chair because not everybody can do this, that's for sure. Like I said, I'm surprised I did it myself. And then it's not very pretty getting back up. Woo. But yeah. But it's super comfortable just to kick back. But you're low to the ground. So that is pretty much the extent of what I have. I'm going to move up so I can see the chair. The drunk chair. Yes. Oh, no, it doesn't have a strap-on blanket. So, bloody oh. I would eat dirt constantly. It's such a freaking riot, though. It's so much fun. It is a cool camera, too, Sandy. Yeah. It's been a long time, like I said, since I've even explored this camera. So, but yeah, just kind of, that's it. It's exciting to go through my gear. I am sweltering. Whew. And I'm in the shade thinking, whoo, I got a shady spot. I can do this. But yeah, I've been kind of wanting to go through the gear and see what I had, see what I didn't have. Um, of course, then I got to put it all away. But um, most of this, like I said, was backpacking trips. So um, I I'm gonna get the P Palace definitely. I am not going to try to show you guys. Oh, this is my gun range sticker. Um, when I get the P Palace, maybe I will. I won't actually do like an example of using it, but I can set it up and show the room that's in it or not in it. I don't know. I'll have to get it. It's not only expensive. It's like under $30 on Amazon, which I did not drop that link in here. I should have done that as well. So, but with that, if you guys are interested, I am actually just going to try to set up this tent. See if I can back up enough to do so. Hey, Bill, fishing around Chicago with Bill in the house. Hello, hello. Moonlight says, I used to tent camp, but these days I camp in a 33-foot travel trailer with AC. Yeah, I really miss my fifth wheels. I have had three fifth wheels in my life. I actually used to haul around my 42-foot fifth wheel. It had the washer and dryer in it, and that's definitely glamping. Yeah. Um, and then recently, I had a smaller, probably 32, 33 foot also, but also a fifth wheel. I'd like to get myself my own camper as well, but I don't know because I'd have to upgrade my SUV to a pickup truck, and right now the finances are not. Uh, I don't even know what a truck payment. If I'm looking at $700 a month, that's just insane. I don't think I'd want to do that, but so tenting may be the way to go. Absolutely. So, Chris Davis, hello. And I should have brought a hair clip. My God, I'm sweltering. All right, I'm going to move some stuff out of the way and maybe crank you up. Crank, 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 so I can see. And you guys have all heard me talk about these stupid glasses. Like, they're not a prescription glasses, pair of glasses. They are just the magnifying glasses. So what happens is I can see the chat perfectly, but then when I stand up, I get dizzy or whatever. So I'm just going to move this gear out of the way. The Wondershade, you guys have seen this. I'll just show you real quick since I have it out. Uh-oh. Oh, and I may need it because it's starting to rain. I am under the trees, um, but I might actually put this over my... This is what happened earlier. So I haven't been able to find a spot to set up the tent. Oh, God, yes. I love the rain. My brother right now has our backyard all torn up because he's putting a pool in. So we have no yard to speak of right now. So again, this thing comes in the over-the-shoulder bag. Very, very handy to have. I'm going to get super rained on right here. I love it. It feels so great. Rain down on me. Super sturdy base. I've shown this off, I know, a trillion times. I'm showing it off again. This comes with a couple of these little cup pieces. And they have, I don't have one here. It's probably in my car somewhere. But they little cup holders, and they just clip into those holes. And this extends out. I'm doing this. I was going to do this just to show you, but now I'm going to do it, put it over the phone, because it is raining. And then the umbrella is a separate piece. My mother actually modeled this for me one time when I first got it. We set it up in the house. And this can go down or up. I mean, this is really awesome. It's an awesome piece of equipment. And when you guys watch me fishing, you see me fiddle farting with this thing all the time because I'm trying to get shade over the phone, trying to get shade over myself. Um, Not always the easiest thing. And so, yeah, you find me always trying to move it out of the camera view. Chris Davis. Yeah, the 10 should be easy. So it says right on here, 5 minute setup. So that's what I'm kind of hoping for. We'll see what happens. Joe, hello. Um, Love camping and night fishing. I had to jump on and say hello. Tight lines and best of luck. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, that's just 700. Oh, I don't know what John's talking about. What hotel? um, the animals, hello. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, so this is what this is about, actually. So again, you guys already know Kevin, Palmetto Cats. And so it's raining all out there. And he's got a camping trip coming up. He's done this before, and it is fishing. So you camp. He'll boat you out with all your stuff to the island, um, and then it's camp fishing. So we will not have service out there, which is awesome too. I'm kind of actually glad, but we can do a lot of camera filming and whatnot. So. I'm going to have to wait just a little bit, I think, before I set this up. Because I really don't want to set it up in the rain and then have everything all wet. But that's what looks like it's going to happen. No, I'm going to take a minute just to pull you guys up a little bit more. Possibly. Hold on. Put your seatbelts on. We're going up. All right, let's see. Oh, hello. My eyes are up here. I had to bring you up a little bit. Let's see if I can level you out. Yep. So, and my car windows are down. Yay. That's a good time. Yeah, you can hear the rain. Yeah. So, again, I still may not get to try putting this tent up. We'll see. Today they've been kind of passing showers, so I'm probably thankful that I actually came in underneath the tree canopy for this. So this one doesn't, it looks really cloudy everywhere, so it may not be. Oh my gosh, Backwoods, how are you? I actually have been thinking about you a lot. I need to get to your channel because I haven't been there in a long time to watch your stuff, and I don't know why I don't get like notifications or anything. So I don't know what brought it to mind, but I was like, geez, I haven't seen Backwoods in forever, and here you are. That's so bizarre. I think I'm just going to take a second to go shut my windows. Aaron! Hello. No fishing. Yeah, I'm raining right now, but I was showing off some of my upcoming camping trip stuff right now, which is everything's getting wet, and I just shared my drunk chair, so I actually managed to sit in it and not fall over, but yeah, this is one of my backpacking gears. Oh, the sun's shining over there, though. So if the rain stops, I'm going to try to put this tent up, and supposedly it's a 5-minute tent, but we'll see. We'll see how long, if there's a 5-minute rain or not. Nothing going on in my channel. Just finished moving. Oh, all right. Well, maybe that's why I haven't seen any notifications. And I wondered that, which is why I was thinking the other day, I'm like, geez, I got to go over and see what Barbarian's up to, what he's doing, because I hadn't seen anything. Though I haven't, I don't spend so much time on YouTube. these days, but when I have a chance, I pop on and see what's going on. While you're waiting, break out the rods. Yeah, I actually do have my worms and my bait rod with me, Tom. And the last couple of times that I've caught fish, this is the other thing. So you get this complex thing after you fold up the chair. You get this complex system of I don't know what. So maybe putting it away is harder than setting it up. Oh my gosh, this person has their kayak yet. That's the other thing. I have a kayak. I do want to get that out there too. Hey, Bill, how you doing? Nice to see you out on the boat the other day with Palmetto. That's what I was just talking about. The purpose of getting out here and kind of going through all my gear was for that upcoming trip, which everything right now is getting wet. Oh, there you go, Joe. Absolutely. And he's really good about that, too. He's really good about hooking up with a lot of the South Carolina people. And like Catfish Bill, for example, was recently on his boat. So if you didn't see that, Joe, well, obviously you did because you're following. Wow, listen to it come down now. Well, once again, my tent setting up day might be foiled. But yeah, this little handy dandy chair, if you can balance in it, it's pretty sweet. And then it just pops right back into this bag. Yeah, you can actually see the rain in the camera, I think. Yeah, I probably ought to go roll up that window. That's where I was headed. Woo! So I don't know if this will cool it off or make it worse. And luckily, I had parked my car somewhat under the tree as well, so my seats didn't get that wet. Oh, waiting to be told to go home. Today's my day off, and here we are. And I've got this stupid thing hanging in the, we'll spin that out of the way. Um, and I thought for sure I was going to get a chance to set this tent up, that I wouldn't have to, the rain was kind of coming and going. Um, oh, yeah, Bill. Well, that's what happened earlier, too. Like, I see the sun's shining. Well, you guys probably can't see. It is shining over there. But that's what happened earlier, too, is it rained, and then it stopped, and then it just got super hot again, so. Oh, my gosh, everyone, really? Oh, you're getting ready for tonight? Hill, Jack, and Company. Oh, I saw, yeah, I was out fishing with Michael, and he pulled Hill Jack's live up, so that's good to see Hill Jack's back. Are you guys going to go live, Aaron, doing that? Oh, I want to get my kayak out so bad. Dan says we got like 10 seconds of sprinkles earlier. It's clouding up more now. Yeah, and that's what happened to me at home. It would rain and then it stopped. It cleared out. So I was kind of hoping for that. when I came out here that it was just going to be done, but no, it's probably going to rain just enough to soak all my gear. But isn't that funny? I put up the umbrella just to show you what it was about, and actually it turns out I need it. But oh well. And the chair's getting soaked. You can hear the rain hitting the table. But yeah, if you're, definitely, if you guys, again, different colors. I know the guys probably aren't really interested in the umbrella so much, but, taking your family out or whatever, this thing is so handy to have. Luckily, pretty much everything I've got out is waterproof, so what I'm basically waiting to do is see if I can set this tent up. See, if I had it set up, we'd be inside it already, out of the rain. Mostly I'm not really concerned. If I can, I'm pretty sure I know I can. But I'd like to see, like, it's a 4-person tent. I just kind of like to see what it's about. But at the moment, it's not looking good. But we don't have the 100-mile wind, so I don't know. All right, Aaron, have fun. That sounds awesome. I'll have to check back with you and Hilljack maybe to see if you guys have anything, if you videotaped it or anything like that. Foiled by the rain, the weather. And, I'm always out here fishing in this because I don't give a crap. The cost of this tent, it was probably, I'd have to guess because I really don't remember. But I'd say probably in around $120 to $140. And I know Walmart has a version of this, and theirs actually I got this at Dick's Sporting Goods. Because I could put it on my credit card. But they have a version of this that actually has like some extended sunshade thing that goes off the front. So it's getting heavier. Heavier. Yeah, it's not too bad, Chris. We'll find out if I get to set it up. And I don't mind getting out there in the rain. Like I said, I have no problem. I usually fish under my umbrella, but I have no problem with that. I just don't want to open it up and get it all soaking wet and then have to pack it up wet because then it gets moldy or whatever. And the mold is the difficult thing. You get mold. I had a mold issue in my other. I used to have a Sierra Design. That was my backpacking tent. But that was also a 4-season tent, and it was about close to a $500 tent. That's what I used to backpack with. And the thing, the actual, what do I want to say? The tent itself was fine, but I didn't have the canopy for it anymore. It disintegrated, and so they wanted to offer me like 15% off to get a new one. I'm like, no. A new tent. No, I'm not paying that much. I think I gave $99 for my 9x10 Magellan tent at Academy. Sets up in a minute, not counting staking it. Yeah, they have like the pop-up ones. You literally could throw the tent out there and it just pops up like that. So typically, again, with backpacking, what I was looking for was, with my backpacking tent, I'm looking for the standalone tent, because even if you get up in an area, you don't always have an area where it has a tent platforms, but if you do, even that, the standalone tent is the way to go. You don't have to worry about staking that thing down, so. Richard Jarvis, hello. Um, yeah, Medic, exactly. I know, I got rained out. This is a rainy day. Like I said, a lot of times I'll have my poles out there. LG said the same thing, put your poles out. And then in between the rain is when the bite happens. So, um, but last night my bait died. I had it in my bubbler, and my bait died, and it. I was at work all day, and so it had sat dead in my bubbler all day. And to be honest, it kind of was mushy, and it's probably why I didn't catch anything again last night. I didn't get anything but the gar bites, so I would have had to go fishing, bait fishing today to be out here fishing. Um, and I just had other things going on, so. No, Medic, that's what I was waiting to do, to see if I can pop this thing up real quick. It is getting sunny, so I'm thinking this is just, and now there's fog. I don't know if you guys can see that. Probably not. There's like fog. Yeah, you can. See the fog rolling over? Yeah, it's starting to slow down now. So that, yeah, we got fog going on. And that's just because it's so freaking hot. And then this is just like Catfish Builder says, this is going to make it worse. Steam from the rain, yeah. Exactly. I appreciate you guys. 25 people hanging tough with me. I appreciate that so much. Big Tiny's Outdoors. Hello. That's a new name to me. Oh, Mike Costello Outdoors. Hello, hello. Michael caught an awesome fish. I'm sure you'll see some footage on that. Squirrels Magnet, did I say hello? Hello, hello. Yeah, so I was hoping I didn't have to have the glasses on, but I find it so much easier to read the chat. Like right now, I take it off, it's blurry, but that's because I've had them on. And I was sitting back quite a ways. I think it's slowing down a little bit. But yeah, I think, and of course, it's going to make the grass wet, obviously. But whatever. So yeah, pretty much, Medic, well, I think while you were gone, I was just showing off like the umbrella. I just happened to pull it out of the bag and say, oh, I'll show you guys one more time with the umbrella. And then the rain started, so maybe I jinxed myself by pulling it out. I have to have mine on to read the chat. Yeah, that's what I'm finding. And these are not prescription glasses. They're just a magnifying. And but I have found recently it's like my eyesight's just getting worse and worse and worse. So it's just easier to put them on so I can see without squinting. Oh, well, thank you, Michael. Yeah, please hit the like button. I know this isn't the usual fishing adventure, even though I am on my fishing bank. I could bring out one of my, or two of my fishing poles that I do have with me if you'd like, just to have it in the background. Oh, you know what's not good though is this, oh, my bucket got soaked. Yeah, so what happens, this is not good. So if you were out backpacking and your sleeping bag got wet like this, and this is down, the only thing with this, I will say this is a very, I paid several $100s for this sleeping bag, and it goes to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. But with this being wet, it does still keep you warm. But what it does, because it's filled with the down, it can clump up the down. The other thing that happens with these, like right now, I have it in, it's not even, this is not the bag. There's actually a mesh bag that this will come with, and they will tell you that you should take, and this is from Eastern Mountain Sports, back home in New Hampshire. I don't even know if they have one around here, but they'll tell you to take this out of whatever bag you stuffed it in and put it in the mesh net and let it, let it expand out and blow up a little bit. So this has probably been in here for quite some time. So I guess it's not too bad that it got a little wet. I should probably pull it out and hang it up somewhere just to let it fill back in. And again, this is probably going to be a little hefty for that camping trip for sure. Again, I'm not expecting, even in October, we're in South Carolina. I don't expect it to get to be, it could, 20 degrees, I guess, but um, yeah, that rain was just enough to make a mess. That's what it did. Uh, so again, the camera is soaked, but this was my high altitude waterproof camera up to 30 feet. So this isn't going to hurt this camera any. And this thing is so old. But yeah, I'm excited to actually see if I can charge that battery up and see if the thing still works. But this is really good. It was really good up on again, winter camping. It got really cold up there in the high summits. And your equipment would, like a phone, would just stop working. So, but this was really handy, and if you dropped it in the water or in the rivers, you didn't have to worry about it. And you can get some cool underwater footage. We do need the rain. Our waters, Michael and I were out fishing yesterday, and just talking about that, the water is so low. So I had stuff in my little bucket down here, and I'm just going to empty out the water that's in it now. Because I did have some cords in there. But luckily, all of what gear I had in there, like these are waterproof. Well, the bag isn't. But I mean, they're just my sleeping pads, so. So sure enough, and again, I think I'm going to have enough propane to run my Jetboil for a couple of days. Like I said, it only takes 1 minute for the Jetboil water. Oh gosh, I could have filtered the water in that bucket. 1 minute for that Jetboil to heat that water up, and boom, you got coffee. You got Java. Yep, see, now it's going to clear out. So it's just enough to make a mess. Rain on my parade, will ya? Yeah, so last night, or yesterday when I was at work, my bait fish were floating around dead in my bubbler, and so they were just nasty. And obviously, the catfish thought so too. They didn't bite my bait. I have to, I have got to, go to sleep. What does that say? Oh, I've got too old to sleep on the ground. Oh, medic. You know, you're only as old as you feel, I guess. I'd say that because my mother would always say, I'm too old for this. I'm too old for that. And I said, Mom, when I used to hike those mountains, there were 70, 80-year-old people, blind people even, up on those friggin' mountains. So I guess it's all in how you keep yourself. But I feel it too. Like as you get older, you just get tired. Things just do get harder. But I hope that I'm never get to the point where I'm too old. All right, Michael, thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. I hope I never get too old to be out here doing all the stuff I love. Or, again, I don't know what's going on with my eyesight. I don't want to be blind. And I'm already got a hearing loss, so I could be blind, deaf. Yeah, and you can say it, dumb too. But could you imagine? I think I asked this question to somebody the other day. Would you prefer, my mother probably, would you prefer to be deaf or would you prefer to be blind? If you were one or the other, which do you think would be worse, being blind or being deaf? I think my mother my mother has a really bad hearing deficit. I have a really bad hearing deficit, but I think being blind for me would be the worst. I could go without hearing. There's you could text, you can write, you can sign language, you can read lips, whatever you got to do. But to be blind, I would be devastated. LG, I'm too round to sleep on the ground. Medic's almost 59 years old. I'm right behind you. I'm 53. Just turned. Another day of life is a blessing from God. There you go. Absolutely. Blind, deaf. You can learn to read lips. Yep. Yeah, you can learn, or again, you can, now they got the texting or the typing or whatever. So, although, if you're somebody like myself who just enjoys being outdoors, and I can get out there, and even though I have the hearing deficit, I can hear the birds, I hear the water trickling. I'm really very much in tune with my surroundings. I'm very focused. Tom, you're 58 years old? Holy smokes, man, you are an old dog. I would have never guessed that. Richard says he would go deaf. Hey, Johnny Small Pepper. All right, thank you for listening. You know me, my mouth always runs. Danny, I can see my fishing rods, can't hear them. I'd rather be deaf. I'm gonna agree. Dan says last year when we went hunting, it worked out that the pop-up crank broke. There's an old military communications on the property we hunted that was perfect to sleep on. That's awesome. And that reminds me of one of my hiking trips. It's called Cabot Mountain. We actually took a 3-day hiking trip and got to the top of Cabot Mountain where actually the Boy Scouts have like it's a building and it had bunks in it and stuff, and it had rained almost the whole entire trip. We went over beaver dams and it was crazy, but we got up to this lodge, and it's on a first come first serve communications trailer. um, he's only 1.5 years older than me. um, well, thank you, he says. But yeah, and so first come first served basis when we got this, there must have been, I don't know, a half dozen of us anyway. And it had rained like this, like your gear soaping wet, and it had rained. And we got out there, and we got into this on the top of this mountain. We got into this cabin, and it was just such a memorable moment. So much fun. We played dice, laid all the stuff gear out to dry out and whatnot. Which is clearly what I'm going to have to do after this rainstorm. It did stop. Like I said, it was long enough just to make everything soaking wet. But it's usually so freaking hot down here that, like, I could probably lay this stuff out in the sun and it'll be dry in no time. So I'm not overly worried. It's just another pain. And I don't think the sleeping bag got too wet. So I do have the tent, and that's what I want to do, is I want to pop it up here. But I think I probably ought to throw this stuff in the car before we get rained on again. So if you don't mind, I apologize greatly. I'm going to pull this table back out. Leave this up. Ah, there's a cord. I'm sometimes afraid to move stuff around now because the last time I did that, there was a snake. They sneak up on you, the slithery little buggers. But I'm just going to pop that in the car. Rain on me. And then my portable loo, lugaloo. I mean, I don't plan to lug this thing around, just so y'all know. But yeah, um, very convenient, I guess, in a situation. Like Kevin said, they're going to have one there on the island. But, you know, it is kind of nice if I have this thing about the snakes. I don't know how I'm going to feel about getting out of my tent in the middle of the night just to go use the potty. So I thought it would be better if I just had one of my own. Danny, you're going to that, aren't you? To the Palmetto Island camping trip? Oh, a whole lot going on right there. Let me just see. Big Tiny's outdoors. Danny, hello. Wait, did you say you stayed in a beaver lodge? Well, you are hardcore. I did not say anything about. I said I crossed over a beaver dam. And yes, I am hardcore. Oh, that sounds awesome, Dan. The walls on the trailer. Scott Swift, hello, hello. Well, Snag and Whiskers, Dustin. Iron Man, hello. That's a new name. We're about to see if I can put this tent up. Oh, awesome, Bill. That's awesome. Oh, you're heading to Florida. Why do you want to go there for? Yeah, this is the camping trip in October that Palmetto's doing. And so if you guys are not familiar, I know everybody's familiar with Kevin Palmetto Cat, so I probably didn't need to drop his link in my description, but I will go back later and I'll put that in. But for everybody that pretty much knows, but watch Kevin because he will put up a post at some point about this camping trip and the deets, all the deets on it. So that's what I'm pumped up about. I'm pulling my gear together for it, and we'll see how it goes. Whew. And so I was smart and wore my rubber shoes. I say smart in some regard, but then also because once they get wet, your feet slip and slide. But um, Raven Cat's in the house. Hello, Cecilia. I'm trying a new location on Truman. I think Wednesday. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right, you all ready to see if I can drop this tent? I don't know if I can do it in 5 minutes, and hopefully, I mean, I'm wet already anyway, so if I get any sweatier, it's all good. But I'd like to see what this thing looks like standing. That's all I want to know. So I think we'll pop it. The sun's out over here now, but this is what I got right here. And I'm going to give it an open. Now it is wet. And of course it came in a box, so you got to do that. Well, I might not have been prepared for this. So see, I thought I was going to be in a quiet location, but it appears like a lot of people walk back that way. Danny, I'll be back in 4 minutes. I don't blame you. Were you here for me sitting in my little drunk chair? Because that was exciting stuff. I'm going to bring it to this camping trip. I'm definitely going to bring it just for the fun. So part of we got some mesh. Part of the thing about the, sorry. Don't roll an ankle. Yeah, that's what it is with these shoes. I'm just kind of watching, like, you always got to be watching. Oh boy, it comes with instructions. All right, some of you already have this tent, right? So actually, it's a pretty good idea because they put the instructions. They're actually attached to the bag. So you aren't going to lose them. They're actually attached there. And it says, before you begin, read all instructions. Read all the instructions before you start. Yeah. If they didn't have pictures, I wouldn't even pay attention. So it's the packing up that's going to be the problem. You know, once you get it undone, can it be redone? That's going to be the big question. And this is also not necessarily a light tent. Ooh, you could probably hear the weight. So I might have to actually take my glasses off so I don't trip over myself. Fishing with the Dot, hello. I love your TikToks and Instagram stuff. Everybody's doing the Instagram and the TikToks. And I see lots of, I just lost you guys for a minute there. I see lots of great stuff. So 32 people in the house. So you're going to watch me do this. Let me just see. All right, so hopefully you've got still a good screen. I'm going to take my glasses off, so I'm probably not going to be able to read what anybody's saying right now. I just kind of wish this person would come back through. All right, I don't know. Rubber bands, that's not unpacking. Oh, that's kind of neat. They actually have the poles are Velcroed also, and apparently connected. I might have to read directions. That's scary. This kind of has poles like my chair. All right, so this is actually the, I think this is the rain fly right here. So we'll toss that over there. If I read the directions, I would know what this is. But I didn't, so we're going to toss that over here. I'm assuming these are extra poles. Do they have extra? Is there ever such a thing as extra parts? That I do not doubt is never the case. It's like when you put Christmas Eve, you know, and you're putting all the stuff together for the kids and you're like, they're extra screws, whatever. Yeah, a couple other poles. Those might be for the inside. The tent stakes, not going to need today. So, yeah, it's so weird that the poles are actually attached. All right, I'm going to see if I can spread this out where you guys can see. I think these are going to clip in. Hopefully you guys can still hear me from over there too. I'll check back in a second, but We'll see how my tent building skills are, if they're up to par. They're awful long. Holy smokes, that thing is... Okay, so they attach, the poles stay attached to the tent in the corners. I'm going to just open this up a little bit. Yeah, this is a good sized tent. Oh, I might have gone a little too big here. We're going to have the Laura the Explorer Palace on this island, I think. Is it going to rain again? Yeah, sure enough, it's going to rain on my tent. All right, so my guess is this goes over here. Because, yeah, that's pretty big. Oh, there's a little pocket it goes in. That's perfect. And then I would assume this one is going to go over here in this corner. All right. I'm just going to come over, see what you guys got going on. That's a pretty big layout. So I'm going to move you just enough. There you go. Because I don't think you could see, actually. I'm not sure the way I had it. So I haven't really gotten that far, but I laid it out. There we go. Yeah, so I laid it out. The tent poles actually stay attached in one corner, on each corner of the base of the tent, and that's pretty big. Like I said, this is a 4-person tent just for myself. Oh, good, Chris. Thank you. And if you guys are interested in knowing what Bluetooth I'm using, I did put the link in the description. Read, Cecilia, read the instructions. Never. Never. I don't think so, Joy, that being a tarp under the tent, because this was really not, usually what they'll do is when they have a tarp for under the tent, it'll be the size of the basically just smaller than the footprint of the tent. So this was really small. All right, but I'm doing this without instructions, so I do have instructions that I'm not reading. Joyce says you're doing great. We'll see if we get it erected. But that's what I'm thinking. Those go at an angle, and then they clip in. It looks like they clip. So what I normally would do is start in the middle, but I think I'm gonna move this one out of the way. Yeah. And I'm going to put the feet in. So I'm guessing, let's see what this does. I think we put this leg in there. I am completely guessing, which is kind of fun. Until all goes wrong, and then maybe it's not so fun. But it seems pretty obvious when putting up a tent, one would think. So then you would think this and this should meet in the middle. And it's probably not traditionally how everybody else would put up their tent, but let's see what we got. Yeah, so they just clip onto the pole. We have a, I was just going to say, we have an erection. We do. We have a one-sided erection. I'll put my shoes back on. Come around. Read the directions. Read the instructions. You know, if anybody is like me, you'll read those directions after. When you've realized something's gone wrong, and then you go back and go, maybe I should have read those directions. Read those instructions. Yeah, like right now, this pole. Hi, how are you? I'm not staying here. I'm just seeing if I can put my tent together. I don't know. There's some funny angles in some funny places. So we'll see what happens here when I get this last one connected. I don't know, Danny. Did I do it in 5 minutes? This is probably, yeah, Picasso. I like it. I don't know if it's correct. And then, of course, you know, you'll stake it out. Let's see what we got. See where I put my glasses. I don't know. But yeah, so that's it. I mean, I think I just popped it up. But it's got some funny angles with the, I'm thinking something's not right here. I'm thinking those two pieces are probably supposed to meet because this has an angle there. It could be this is supposed to go down here. I don't know. Well, you guys wanted fishing. Now you're going to have some fishing. But they look so correct here in the front, so I don't know. This one just looks like it's bowed out of place. So, yeah, like I said, after it's been put together, then I'll read the directions and be like, okay, maybe next time I don't do that. Looks like I'm twisted down here. It could be my problem with the foot. It's just something's twisted down on this side. But this is one of those feet. It's connected. I found my glasses. All right. Whew. Gadget! The Love Shack. No. Negative. No. I'm going to bring it a little closer. Yep. So that's it. I did it. I mean, I didn't put the fly on. And I'm obviously, yeah, I can see that this actually has to probably when you get in there and stake it all out, it'll pull taut, if you will. This is my first time doing it, my darkroom technology tent. But yeah, I'll probably go back and read the directions. But just to see if I did it wrong. But it's standing. I mean, I don't know. This is going to go over. I think I could use this one. There's supposed to be a front here somewhere. Oh. I think this is the front. Yeah, so the tent goes up in 5 minutes. The rain fly takes freaking forever. That's probably what those additional poles are for, actually, because I think this actually stakes out in the front a little bit. Yeah. And then you tie that down in the corners, and boom, we be camping. We be camping. That's definitely plenty of room for just me. So, and I'm gonna have a blow-up mattress in here, and I could almost stand up. This has like a trillion pockets in here too. So, but yeah, ooh, it's dark. It's so very dark. So my only question is going to be, I mean, it has the mesh sides, but my only real question here is just going to be how hot. I mean, it's got the darkroom technology, which is supposed to keep the sun out. But it doesn't, I'm not sure about the airflow. Maybe when I have it properly staked down and have the rain fly on there properly, then I'll get more of a sense of the meshing. The mesh is all around, so we'll get a sense of how airy it might be. But that would be my only thing is like, am I going to die in here? Am I going to swelter? There's a piece of glass right there. Like I'm doing right now. It rained and it's 500 degrees hotter. Even my glasses are fogging up. But there you have it. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Blow up what? Through the rain. We did have a rainstorm, of course, all over the gear that I had brought out. But I appreciate you all kind of just hanging out. Looks good. The one clip is out of place in the front. Right. Need to raise that above the connector. Oh, so this one's supposed to be above. That means they all have to move up. Oh, good call. Well, actually, no, it looks like it goes, it does look like I have room to move up. I don't know about going above. Right at this point in time, it wants to go below. Let's see what this one does. This one's below. Yeah, but that definitely fixed that a little bit. Yeah, so that's just it. You know, it'll be, I'll have time to kind of play with this. And this one is definitely moved up further. So that one's above. We'll move that one down a little bit. Yeah, good call on that because that actually just bumped it out a lot more. We'll just move these up a little bit. but I think it's like just below the elbow. Yeah, good call, good call. Yep, and without even reading directions. Yeah, and just like a normal tent, it has so you can open up and where just the mesh door is open. Picasso, I like it. Absolutely, love it. Nice job. Well done. Thank you, Richard. I know. Look at I'm sweltering out here. I got rained on, but I'm also just sweltering. The question is, will it fit on the dock? LG? No, I don't. I think it's probably about the width of the dock, to be honest. Um, yeah, but this is actually going to Palmetto's Island. And then also, hopefully, there'll be some camping adventures in my future. So I'd like to hit up a couple of the campgrounds around here. Um, Ideally, what I'd like to do is find a campground on the river so I can fish from it around here. Um, and I know, like, Kerr Lake has a campground there. You could tent there, so that's a possibility as well. I could just, whew, I'll be guessing no. Yeah, it looks like it's going to rain again. So I'm going to try to whip this tent down again real quick. But yeah, thank you all very much for hanging out with me while I attempted to put together the tent without instruction. I think it went well. I do. Yeah, Crow Lake has a bunch. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. It is so hot. Dustin was out. All right. Gadget, thanks for the heads up on the clip. Stay cool and safe. Yeah, I'm definitely not cool right now. I am soaked. It looks good from the UK. Look good from my house. Oh, you guys are funny. So yeah, I don't know if it only took the 5 minutes, but we're gonna see if we can pop it down real quick too. I kind of like the idea that those poles in the back corner, they actually stay connected. And I have put up a lot of tents in my backpacking days, but it's been a while. But yeah, it's nice. I'm glad that I did this. I was wanting to do this, but it gives me an idea. I can at least put a twin size air mattress in here, which is probably what I'm going to do. And the purpose, the reason why I did the 4-person tent was so I would have room for my personal belongings and whatnot. The only thing I don't like about this tent is that it doesn't have a front and rear door. Usually I'm looking to have both the front and rear door, but I guess if it's in the front only, then that's less chance of somebody breaking in. We shall have no break-ins in the Laura Explorerville. We'll see how this all goes together here. And just like that. These are really awesome poles too. I have one of these poles in my other tent. They're like a very lightweight, quick connect. These, and again, they stay connected to the tent. And there's a Velcro strap on each end that you actually strap these into. While I'm trying to hold those glasses on my face. Whew. Kind of not unlike my little drunk chair. But yeah, I can't wait to use this like at a campground and um, maybe, like I said, by a river where I can fish, or in the winter when it's cooler and get out there to have a fire. All right, so those poles are connected. That pole's connected. I'm going to fold this in half this way. There are instructions on how to roll this up as well. Maybe tonight when I'm lounging around, I'll actually read those instructions. But, whew, I think these people think I'm talking to myself. It's all right. No rear windows. Nope. HFH, hello. Yeah, go fall in the lake is right. I'm like soaked either both from the rain and just from the heat. Yes, LG says county line area is good fishing, bass anyways. Haven't catfished over there. I've got my bass rod. I almost always have my bass rod now in the car. But yeah, this is good for me for not only this Palmetto trip coming up, but hopefully for a few adventures in the future. Very easy to hopefully put back in the bag and put in my car and have with me. So, but right now it's so freaking hot and humid. I can't even imagine just sleeping in a tent, but it could be interesting. So I'm going to finish rolling this up before it does start. Mighty River, hello. Gosh, I love your videos. Love them. If you guys all haven't seen Chris Flores's, Mighty River Catfishing, he actually just put out a video with himself and his son. And his son is so awesome and sounds so mature and very well managed, you could just tell. And he was on the fish. And I'll tell you, Chris put that boy to work. Chris put that boy to work for sure. He earned every single one of those fish. And I think, what was he up to? About, I don't even know, 8 fish, 10 fish, I don't know. But the very first one was big. And then he's like, can I take a break now? Can I take a rest now? And that poor kid's right arm, I swear, that probably took him several days for that right arm to, he's like, my arm is going to fall off. I could feel that pain. Oh, you're welcome, Chris. Absolutely. If somebody could actually drop that link in here, that would be great. We got 30 people in the house. So if you haven't seen it, I mean, if you're not subscribed to Muddy River, then I don't even know. But somebody could certainly drop that link to his recent video. That would be great. I think you'll really enjoy it. I watched it all the way through, and Alex is awesome. And some of the comments that he was making in there, and my favorite comment that I heard him say, I think, was, you know what's great about being my age? And it was kind of in the background kind of comment, but he goes, you know what's, to his dad, you know what's great about being my age is that you trust me to be up here on this part of the boat. That just touched me in a way, I don't know, because when you're young, and you're looking for that, you get to that point in your age and you're just like, okay, I'm being trusted. And that's quite a big step, I think. That's awesome. And he appreciates it. All right, I'm going to try to roll this up. I hate to leave 30 of you just watching me roll this freaking tent up, but I think it was more fun to watch me try to sit in that two-legged chair. But I did not tip over. So, but I'm going to take my glasses off so I can go roll this up before it does rain. Um, the ground was already wet, so I'm already going to have that going on. I'm going to put my glass right there. Right there. Oh, Chris says, I'll tell him you said that, or said hello. Yes, I got to put my glasses back on. Jeez. Because the magnifying glasses are great, but when you take them off, you can't see crap. I'm about to pick him up from school now. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I left a comment on the video too, so hopefully he does. I'm glad. It was awesome to see. And my kids are in their 30s now, so great times, definitely. I'm glad that you had that experience and that you're giving him that experience. That's the best. I mean, that's stuff he's going to always remember. Not to mention, he just caught some really big fish. So I currently have no idea if I'm doing this correctly, and I'm interested to see if I can get it back into the box, into the bag. But I don't want to have an X-rated live stream, so I'm going to bring this up to the table so I'm not all bent over down there. Oh no! I know that's probably really loud. So I'm just trying to wipe off some of the dirt. And I thought it was a good idea to have it up here, but then it fell over. I know things never go back in the way they came out, that's for sure. So I don't know if I might have this too long to even fit back into the bag or what. But this is basically how I'd probably put this tent away. If I was getting ready to leave, I am not the most patient person. And so stuff is going to get crammed and shoved everywhere. I don't know. This is a pretty tiny bag. Pretty tiny, I'd say. But let's see if I can. I might have to do this off the live stream. Because I might actually have to make it neat and pretty and all that, but... And of course the zipper's on the other end. But I have other stuff to shove in there. So I don't think I like that about the bag, because there's one zipper, it doesn't zip from both sides. And like I said, that's something that you see with a lot of gear, is that you can take the thing out, but you can never put it back. Kind of like Hotel California. Plus it has the air in it. I don't know. Yeah. When all else fails, roll it to its side. Push and squeeze and shove and pull. Yeah, my guess is I didn't roll it up right. So, I'll read the directions, Cecilia, I promise. Yeah, and I still have the fly to put in there, so. But, I'll do that off screen. I'll put it all back together the way it was supposed to be, I guess, so. But I'm probably going to just roll this out. Go see if I can put a hair clip in, maybe get the hair off the back of my neck. It is stifling hot. Lost my glasses. Whew. I got 23 people still in the house. Yeah, I'm not sure how that's gonna end up. Putting that back in the bag. So, uh, yeah, I know if it's damp. Yeah, and it probably is from being on the ground or whatever. But I really don't have a lot of places to fold from both ends to the mid, then roll from the loose end slowly to let the air out. Good. HFH. I will try that. Um, but yeah, it's a little wet today. Maybe tomorrow will be drier and I can just roll it out. I don't have. Oh, they're catching fish over there. Looks like there was either a blue cat or a channel cat caught down there. I don't know if you guys can see down there, but catching it by the log over there, walking down the trail. I mean, I would have had to been out here for 4 hours before I caught a fish. Rustic, hello. Let's swing you back around. I'm actually getting ready to end this. I mean, I am just exhausted from all that. But I'm going to try to clean my stuff up, head back towards the house, and then find a spot that I can actually take some time to, or maybe wait until tomorrow, but take some time to roll this stuff out and dry out the stuff that got wet. Because, yeah, this is what happens though. You're out here, you're out, even camping or whatever, you're just out here, and it's going to happen. You're going to get rained on. Stuff is going to get wet. It's horrible. So it's also a good idea sometimes to, if you have, like, this is perfect. This is a perfect site because you can run lines from tree to tree and just to be able to hang stuff over it and let it dry. But yeah, I'm gonna skedaddle out of here, head towards home. I want to get something to eat and get my air conditioning. So I hope you guys all have a fabulous afternoon. I'm so blessed that every one of you has joined me today for this new adventure. And I know it's not the normal. I am on my fishing bank, but I know it's not the normal fishing. Well, actually, it is because no fish were. Well, actually, I can't say that they have fish. But on that note, I'm just going to end this, put my gear and stuff back in the car, and see where we go from there. And I hope that, oh my gosh, you have to stay tuned to my channel because Mom, aka Tootie. We call her Tootie because when she was really young, my family's always called her Tootie or Aunt Toots. My mother had a fondness for Tootsie Pops or Tootsie Roll Pops, so that's where that all came from. But she has really been wanting me to take her out bass fishing. So my mom actually went out and bought herself some lures. And then, Gio, hello. Oh, you can watch the replay. Definitely watch me get in my little, what I call my little drunk chair. Good times. Yeah, it's storming rustic. But yeah, mom was really wanting to, so she's gotten herself some lures. And then yesterday she came home because I told her, I said, oh, I only have one pole that I use for bass fishing. So she had gotten her fishing license, she got her lures, and then yesterday she came home with a fishing rod. And she even got herself some 10-pound tests. So I am going to have to go string that pole up for her. But definitely stay tuned to see myself out there. I'm going to try to videotape it with Mom, trying to do some bass fishing. So I know a lot of people enjoyed the stuff with Mom. So hopefully you guys will stay tuned for that, and we'll get Mom out there on the bank bass fishing. Maybe she'll catch a lunker. But on that note, y'all have a great day, and we'll see you downriver.